Life can come at you fast, stress even faster. I want to tell y'all about how my car getting stolen changed how I deal with things. But first, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the. You know what? I'm not even gonna do this. I'm not even going down that route. I'm not doing it. But anyway, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope y'all are doing good, feeling good. I wanted to tell y'all a story about how I got my car stolen in San Francisco. This is something, and I'm just gonna throw what I think the statistic is. 80% of people just don't deal with having a car stolen, that is. But the cherry on top, the car wasn't even mine. I was in the Air Force at the time, and I was stationed overseas in Turkey. This was 2019. So I come back to the States from overseas, and I go to San Francisco to visit my friend. Her name was Debbie. Debbie's cool as hell. Got there at night, so it's dark out. And her street is a little weird, but on one side there's certain parking in certain areas because there's garages on the sidewalk is the garage, so you obviously can't park in front of it. It's dark out, so I don't notice this. So I pull up and I park right in front of this garage. Get out, go into her crib. We're chilling, drinking, listening to music and everything. But I go back out to my car. Keep in mind, we have been drinking by this point. So I get to my car and I look up and I see the garage finally. So I'm like, damn, like, I can't park right here. I'm like, there's no way these people are using their garage, which is kind of crazy. 11 p.m. in San Francisco. That's early. The night is young. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking. So I just left the car there, which was smart of me in a sense because I had been drinking. So I didn't want to get behind the wheel regardless. So that also convinced me to just leave the car right there. So go back in and the morning comes. I walk outside and the car's not there. So I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I just don't remember moving it. I knew I didn't move it, but when you're in this situation, you're just trying to convince yourself. You're in denial. I was in denial. I knew I didn't move the car, but I was like, I was drinking. Maybe, just maybe, I moved it down the street. I walked a mile radius in denial. Like maybe I moved the car here. Maybe knowing damn well I didn't touch that car. Outside of going to get what I needed to get and leaving the car there. At this point, I'm panicking. Debbie's like, yo, like, where's the car? Did you find the car? I'm like, nah, I'm cooked. Also, I need y'all to bear in mind, I leave back to Turkey in 2 days. The car gets stolen 2 days before I have to leave the United States. So the first thing I do, I call my mom. I'm like, yo, my car just got stolen. She's like, what do you mean your car just got stolen? I'm like, my car just got stolen. She was like, what do you mean? I didn't have any other words for her. I was so baffled. I was still in denial, but I knew what happened. And how the car got stolen is just nasty. When I went to the car, I left the keys in there. Keep in mind, this is 2019. In 2019, I didn't have a car in Turkey because we were on base. You really didn't need a car. In 2019, also, I wasn't used to the push to start. So Enterprise gave me the Volkswagen with the push to start. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm sure everybody is aware of this, but for the push to start to work, you have to have the keys in the car. Or to unlock the door, you have to have the keys with you. And what I think happened was I had the keys, obviously, to unlock the door. I sat the keys down, grabbed whatever I needed to grab, and then I looked at the garage, and that's when I was going through my head like, oh, maybe I should move the car, but now I don't think they're going to be out this late. Left the keys in the car. Walk out the next day, the car's gone. So I'm on the phone with my mom. She's like, damn, you got to call the cops. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm on my way back to my aunt's house, and I'm on the phone with the cops, or with the police department. And they're like, okay, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. Do you still have the keys? That is very critical. That's very critical. They just continue to ask me more questions regarding the the Grand Theft Auto. So I get to my aunt's house and I get a call back from the police department just to confirm everything. And the cop was like, so if we pulled up to your place, we wouldn't see you battered up, bloody, bruised up from a car accident. Because apparently people claim they got their car stolen, but they really wrecked it and just ditched it somewhere. I'm like, y'all can pull up on me right now. I am in pristine condition. Pristine. So I get off the phone with them. They're like, call Enterprise and obviously tell them what's going on. So I get on the phone with Enterprise and I explain to them the whole ordeal. They're like, oh, nah, it's no problem. Don't even worry about it. I'm like, don't even worry about it? What do you mean don't worry about it? They're like, as long as you have the keys, you're insured. I'm gonna say that one more time. As long as you have the keys, you are insured. I would consider myself a decently lucky person. Not that day. I'm like, okay, cool. What would happen if one didn't have the keys? They were like, oh, if one doesn't have the keys, you have to pay for the car. What do you mean? The insurance is voided if the keys are stolen or lost or not in the possession when the car is stolen or lost or whatever happened. I'm like, I think the keys were stolen. Complete demeanor change. They're like, okay, let me get on the phone with not on the phone. Let me talk to my manager, see what we can do, blah, blah, blah. Usually when customer service individuals, when they do that, I'd say 8 times, 7 times out of 10, they are gonna finagle something, do something. Motherfucker gets back on the phone. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. The keys void the contract. Unless you somehow get the keys or find the keys, then cool. That $28,000, we'll take care of it. It's insured. Like, no, don't worry about it. There's no way I was finding those keys. I'm on the phone with my mom now, and I'm geeking. I'm tweaking right now. $28,000. Like, I don't want to have to work for money to pay off a car that's not even mine. I just got done paying off my car a year prior. Now I got to pay off a $28,000 car that's not even mine, that I will never see again, that I will never touch, have possession of. I'm like, I got to find a lawyer. I got to do this, that, and the third. I'm on the phone with my aunt. I'm on the phone with my cousin. Like, we didn't have ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude back in the day. So what am I supposed to do? Hop on MapQuest and figure out, like, damn, it's 2 days out of me flying out of the United States back to Turkey. Next day comes, I'm calling the police department. Yo, did y'all figure anything out? Nah, nothing. They're running the license plate. They're running the VINs, like everything. Like, nothing was found. They're like, we're going to keep searching. I think they gave me a time frame. It was like, I could be completely wrong or remembering this wrong, but it was either like 3 days or a week that they would search and then they would call it off because, it's just gone. I've accepted the fact that I'm going to pay for this $30,000 car, $28,000 car, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. We flew from Cali to Baltimore to, it was Kuwait, or maybe it was Germany. It was Baltimore to Germany. That's what it was. And then Germany to Turkey. So we fly from Cali to Baltimore. Hop on the phone, like, did y'all find anything? Nope. Baltimore to Germany. We get off the plane in Germany. By this time, I've given up. I've given up by this time. 1 hour. I sat there for 1 hour. I get a call from a random number. Like, I don't think anything. I think nothing of it. I was genuinely numb. So I pick up the phone. I'm like, hello. They're like, yeah, you rented a Volkswagen, blah, 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 license plate, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I had the license plate memorized. Do y'all know how long a VIN number is? A VIN number is like 17 characters. I had the VIN number memorized. I'm like, oh yeah, license plate, boom, VIN number, boom, car black, boom, Volkswagen, yeah. They were like, yeah, we found it. They were like, it seems like they stole it, they drove it around, emptied the tank, and just left it. I was like, okay. They were like, yeah, and the keys are in it too. The keys are in it too. I just never felt a weight like that lifted off my shoulders so incredibly. They found the car, there was no damages, they had the keys, my AirPods was in the back, my shoes was in the back. I was like, I don't care about none of that. just get the keys to Enterprise. Please just get the keys to Enterprise. So I get on the phone with Enterprise. I'm like, yo, they found the keys. They found the keys. They're like, who is this? I'm like, it's me. Like, what you mean, who is this? What do I need to do to take care of this immediately? All we have to do is retrieve them from the police department or the officers, and yeah, you're good. That was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life, the greatest thing. For those 2 days, I don't think I've stressed that much in my life ever. I lost a car. Like, a car got stolen. You hear about this stuff, Grand Theft Auto. You play video games. Like, who would ever think their car, not even their car, a rental car, which is probably worse because I didn't have the keys, but who would ever think their car would get stolen? Never thought in a million. That never even crossed my mind. So the fact that it happened, I was like, I was so disoriented. I was so, like, just baffled. Like, that shit incapacitated me. Like, it was just overwhelming. It got to a point where I was just like, what can I do? I've done everything that I mean, outside of leaving the key, like, that was on me. I was like, I've done everything that I possibly could to get this to swing in my favor. Like, it is what it is. Like, it happened. Like, I can't go back. Yes, I'm gonna stress about it, and yes, I'm gonna go through my processing phase or stages, but I can't do anything outside of that. So it is what it is. That experience alone made me handle stress in a completely different manner. That experience, that was like something I've never, like, that was a stress I've never dealt with, stress I've never experienced before, and stress that I never want to deal with again. Not necessarily today, but I mean, like, in general today, I handle these things completely different. I'm more patient with myself, and I'm more accepting, I guess you can say. Like, if something happens and it doesn't go the way I think, or it doesn't go the way that I thought it was gonna go, then I'm just like, it's out of my control, especially if I did everything in my power to swing it in my direction. I can't do anything outside of that. So when things happen, I just look at it from that perspective, that aspect. Like, I've done everything I could. Why keep stressing on it and causing turmoil in my emotional state by focusing on this when I can just let it go. Like it happened, it is what it is, and just move forward. It's that simple. It's really, I mean, easier said than done, but when I say it's that simple, I'm not saying it's literally that simple, but the concept itself is simple. You just gotta work towards it. So that's the story of my car getting stolen. There's gonna be stressful shit that happens in life. If you did everything in your power to handle your business, it's out of your hands at that point. Just let it be. Let it be. Yeah, that was, I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, that feeling of getting a car stolen. Sickening.
If I see some bitch keep calling my line, you got like me, next little nigga stop lying. Got that talk my name, I'm living my life. Chopped up chicken and short cut in my rice. Then this bitch come by me, I can make my wife. She won't lose her size, put me this on eyes. Then cash got him so smart to put him on the fly. I'm in car, yeah, leans, you can see him at night. No ball, man, that's why my jeans so tight.
Yo, damn. I did not realize that I had this much stuff.
We ain't got time.
I gotta figure out how I'm about to do this. I think camping stuff goes bottom, right? Not bottom right, I'm saying bottom, comma, right? Now that I say that, I'm putting the camping stuff bottom right. Worst things fall apart. Tripping right now. So I finished the garage yesterday, and it wasn't, so my goal with the garage, I didn't even talk about this. My goal with the garage was to create a space, an extension of my space downstairs to experience, I guess, I thought I saw a bug, I'm tripping. To experience just a different vibe of the house. I tend to get, I don't know, just, it gets stale sitting downstairs. I try going to the office. The office is cool, but I don't know. I still need to decorate it. That's probably why, but when I'm in there, I feel like I'm secluded from my house. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my head. So I had plans to wash and detail my car like I just did. When I was setting up, I was like, you know what? I can straighten up this garage and make it more presentable. One, clean it a little bit and make a little chill area. Not necessarily a chill spot, but a place where I can come out and sit outside without actually leaving my house if I don't want to leave my house. I just went downstairs to show y'all the progress in the garage or the finished product. And then I opened the door and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is just a regular ass garage. Like, I'm not about to show y'all a regular garage. Now, the reason I did my garage out and washed my car as well as detailed it outside of the fact that I needed to is the fact that I feel like for the past 3 years, ever since I moved into this house, really, I haven't had the best balance in life. And I say this in realization because if you would have asked me a year ago or 2 years ago or when I was moving into the crib, I was taking care of different aspects of my life. And now I'm starting to realize that I have been neglecting a lot of parts of my life because I've been so focused on certain parts of my life. I didn't have that balance. So if I was on not a teeter-totter, a seesaw? No, seesaw. If I was on a seesaw, I'm like this. I was catering and focusing on so much of one aspect of my life. Well, it was multiple aspects, but only a certain few aspects. And I was just neglecting, not necessarily neglecting, but I wasn't thinking about certain things or thinking about taking care of certain things or thinking about getting ahead of certain things just in case, in preventative manners is what I'm trying to say. But that's the beauty of being self-aware, I guess you can say. Yeah, it sucks realizing it, but better late than never. And now I'm focusing on those aspects of my life that I wasn't necessarily paying attention to. And I haven't been focused on the wrong things, don't get me wrong. Wrong things, don't get me wrong. But it's just the fact that I've been too fixated on certain things while I'm leaving the other things in the wayside. So all that I just did right there was me catering to things that I haven't been catering to in the recent past or in the past in general. There's a few other things that I'm locking in on. Like last year, I was focused on traveling. I was focused on, trying new things. That was my side quest year. This year is about not necessarily building my foundation because I've built my foundation in the past. And now I need to start building upon it again. And damn, man, my homie said something crazy. He said, when you don't have goals in life, even if you're in a phenomenal place in life, if you don't have goals or aspirations or things that you're trying to achieve, you're going to find yourself down here eventually because you're not working towards anything. So by you not working towards anything, it takes away that fire. And once that fire is gone, you just start living. And then you wake up one day and you're down here instead of being where you were. And you're like, damn, how did I get here? That's exactly how he explained it. And I haven't hit bottom or anything, but I have deviated from my original or initial goals. So I'm back on track. Like I've really been being intentional with life. That's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed the story about how my car got stolen in San Francisco. To this day, probably the craziest, I'd say top 3 craziest things that's ever happened to me. But y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, call somebody, tell them you love them, be easy, not too easy, and work smart, not hard. It's more efficient, I promise.